So let's get started with Swatching Sunday. This is a new series for the channel, and this is episode 3. I have Tresluce right here. I will re-swatch Ciate, Tarte, Pley, Colourpop, and then a small little tiny Colourpop to do. So we're just going to move through them. This is the Lucette Glow right here. And I'll show you real fast the palette. Okay, so I did swatch these in my unboxing video, but I figured I would do them again, and I'm going to swatch highlighters with my finger. Nice and bright there. And I'm just going to use the top of my arm here so you can see that highlight. That's nice. And that is Luz, and this is Valor. Right here. This one. Let's take away this one so you can't see it. And we'll swatch it on camera. It's a nice like copper. Might be hard to see that one with the lights. That's... And this is Cosmic. This is more of a pink. Right here. And you can see them. And then Upgrade. Which finger didn't I use? Is right here. That's a gold. And we'll come right here. And you can see this one's fairly light, but not a bad little highlight palette from Tresluce. I am trying to think if Tresluce is the Ipsy X. I think, is Ipsy X next month, or is it this month? Is there an Ipsy X in October? I've completely lost track. The last couple of weeks have just been difficult for me. Lost track, but I think Tresluce is the brand for the box. Not 100%, but almost positive. Not a bad highlighter palette. If you received it, if you get a chance to pick it up in one of the sales, it's not bad. And I think this can give you a nice variety of shades. You know, white, like a bronze, a pink, and then a gold. But this one's super light. Don't be afraid of them. And white is good for... highlight, inner corner, under your brow. I think this is the nicest in my opinion. So that is the Tresluce Lucette Glow Palette. Okay, we're moving on to, this is the Ciate London Spice Palette. If I'm losing my voice, I'm so sorry. This does have a nice mirror. And we'll just see about, I'm trying to flatten that a little. So I might block the mirror. It just makes it a little bit easier. But I want you to be able to see the pans also. Is that a little bit better? Okay, so let's just start this. I'm going to use my finger in a lot of these. I just think they do come out a little bit better. So that is the first shade. Right here, and that's probably going to be light. You can see just slightly, which is a good, you know, base shade. That one is next, and we'll swatch. That's pretty. That's a pretty shade. Here we have a shimmer, which these are always better to swatch with your finger. Wow, that's pretty. Feels nice too. Some did fall off my hand. And then we'll go into this shade right here. This one doesn't feel as creamy for some reason. It's right there. We'll come here. You know, they're not blotchy. Pretty. Let me just wipe these off my fingers so that we can move on to the next pans. Maybe I could use my thumb in the meantime, so we'll use this one. So it's right there. That's going to be dark. I'm just going to come up. We can maybe continue here. That's a nice deep shade, but buildable. because I just blended that up. Okay, so we have another shimmer. Very pretty. Wow, that is beautiful. Then we have a brown, which we all could use a good brown. And that's not even blotchy. It's light, but I'm just going over it a few times and applying it nicely. Nice. Here's another shimmer. Ooh, that's pretty. So we'll just come here. Ooh, that is very pretty. I like. And then the last one is, see, all the other ones feel nice and creamy. Except that one did not feel too creamy. This is very light. Barely able to see it. I mean, you can see it a little bit. The first one is this one here. Is very light. I mean, I can barely see it. If I turn a little bit, you can see it in this right here. But there's all the swatches. And then the last two right here. Not bad. This was the only one that didn't feel nice to, I mean, there's no shade names. They're probably on the back. Oh, I'm probably getting shadow everywhere. It might be on the back of the palette. I'm just trying to wipe my arm off. So this way, by the time I get to the next one, it's dry. I don't want to have like a wet arm and try to put swatches on it, because then it's just, you know, not a good representation of, you know, my fingers being wet or my arm being wet. That doesn't help. Let's see if there's shade names on the back. And there are. I don't know. Yeah, warm. It says Warm Spice right here. This was the one that I didn't care for. The feel of it. I mean, they swatch beautifully. So that is the Ciate London Spice palette from BoxyCharm. Very nice. Okay, next up is the Tarte palette, and I think this is called Sunrise Amazonian Clay Eyeshadow Palette. Nice plastic packaging. There is a mirror in this one, so I'm going to do my best to block it this way. You don't get any reflection from, try to move that a little closer. So these are the corresponding shades, and there are names here. So this for, oh, and they're on the palette too, so that's nice. So this is Adore right here. Let's try this one. Let's see, that's super light. I don't even know if you guys are seeing that at all. I will try a second time. That's super light. I mean, you can barely see that, just slightly. That's where it starts. Barely see that. The next one is here. They feel nice. So this is Sassy. Let's come next to it. Also very light. Now these are all like all natural. Super light. Let me see if this is buildable. So you can see it at least. I mean, you can barely see that. Well, these are very light. Which ones did I use? I don't think I used that one. This is Element. A little bit of a deeper tone. Okay, now that one you can see. So we're going to have some lights. Here's a shimmer. That doesn't feel horrible right there. And that's fairly light. Not bad. I'm just taking these off my fingers. I think I have the angle. I need to sit behind, like, and off to the left of the camera in order to make sure that I am not in the way and trying to cross over, and my light is next to me. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, so we're on to this one, which is Enchanting right there. And we'll come up here. Also very light. You can see that barely. Let's try to see if that'll build. We'll start here. Definitely buildable. Here we have, does this say Icon? Icon, that's a nice shade. We'll come here. Oh, that's nice. Feels nice too. Yeah, then we have another, and this is Vivid right here. You can go one more here. That's pretty. I like this palette a lot. Finger here. So Delight is next. That one doesn't feel as creamy. That's super light. But that shows up. Not real dark. And let's do the Charming as a brown. It's right there. And we'll just come here. Let's see how the brown is. They feel very nice. I mean, the first couple, Adore and Sassy, are very light, but buildable. And it seems like if they're too light, you can just build them up. And my hands are so dry. My fingers are all cracked. Been trying to get lotion. I have a hand cream that is like skincare. I'm trying to put that on my hands at night. It's just, I mean, my fingers are all from constantly, you know, with dogs and washing my hands. I mean, before and after every drop I did with patches, I washed my hands. I just, you know, I didn't want, I was going near her eye. I did not want, you know, my hands to be dirty and all that stuff. So they're wrecked. Not a bad palette from Tarte. You know, is it a favorite from Tarte? No, I don't think so. But it's not bad for a neutrals palette. So I'll give you a closer look. And you can see there's not a lot of shadow in the pans, which is nice. Not a bad palette. This next palette is from the AIA Beauty Bundle with Pley Beauty. And this is the Cobra Kai. I know, I think one time I said Cobra Mai. It looks like an M. Cobra Kai, and this is the Player palette. This one is cute packaging all the way around. This does not have a mirror, if I remember. These are, no mirror. Cute packaging. I don't like these like boxy styles, but like I showed you in the video, this will pop out, which I don't get the purpose of that. Put it in a different palette for me personally. But let's give these a swatch and see how these feel. I've never tried anything from them. So that's a shimmer. That's pretty. It's definitely light. Let me see if we can build that. Maybe if you had a wet finger. Okay, now that's 2. So very light. Not bad though. This is a shimmer also. It's like a pinky coppery color. Oh, that's pretty. You guys can see, you can see the yellow there and that's pretty. And this is just a neutral, like a light brown. Let's see how you go. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. It's not patchy. This one's lighter, like more on the tan side. You can see the difference in the browns there. Let's see how this one goes on. Oh, that actually goes on totally different. More like of an orange base. Let me just clean my fingers. The next one, I don't know if that's like a duo or if that'll actually be brown. I'm not sure. I'll keep on touching my shirt with my arm. Okay. So let's go in this one. So that's looking, I don't know. Let's put it on and see what we have. It's not coming up brown. You see more brown. I don't, yeah, that's nice. Here's like a gold, a yellowy gold, like a mustardy. Yeah, that's pretty gold. Let's see, that's pretty too. Not real dark. Okay. Here's like a more of like a burnt orangey color. Make that the last one here. That is beautiful. A little streaky towards the bottom, but that's not bad. Oh, I like that. Then we have another brown. So we have several shades of brown. We'll just come up near the other browns. I applied it a little heavy in the beginning, but I guess you could blend it. Let's just play there. Yeah, that blends out nicely. I need another finger, so let's just pull one off. Make sure it's dry. I think this is black. Once again, I don't know why you would want like a black shimmer. I could see a black. And that is actually kind of pretty. You can see the sparkle in it. It's not real dark. I just want that off my finger. Not bad. Is it like an all-time favorite? I like the browns. They're really nice. I'm not disappointed in that. I didn't have high hopes for it on swatching it, honestly. You know, like I said, a lot of shimmers in this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers out of a 9 pan. So, you know, that's a lot of shimmer. But if you love shimmers, great palette. I think a good palette overall. Like I said, I've never heard of Pley Beauty, so happy to have it. And let me show you up close so you can see there's not a lot of... See, that's like looking green in the pan, but it's really brown, so that's definitely a duo. Pretty, pretty colors. So this is the other Colourpop palette from Hocus Pocus. This is Witching Hour. And Colourpop. Beautiful mirror. I'm trying to block the mirror, so little witches thing on there. I'll block the mirror so I can hold the pan up. There is a protective shield, so that's what it looks like close up. Let me get my hand out of there. See, this is a gold. I don't know if that's going to come up. You can see the gold. Pretty palette. We'll get rid of the little... We'll just put that up there. And let's see what we have here. So that's that. Wow. Look gold, but it's coming up more bronze. You see that? Then we have, so that was 300 years. This is All Hallows Eve. Well, see, now that's coming up a totally different color too. You can see some of the yellow, but for me, it's like more of an orangey tone. And then here, Moon is Round. Right there. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. And then we have Summon Us. It's light. You can see that on my finger, that little. That is pretty too. Oh, I didn't swatch that one on camera. Shame on me. I did drop a few. Just try to clean off my fingers here so that we can move on. So far, the first row is pretty nice. Some of them didn't come up. Like, I figured that All Hallows Eve was a little more yellow, but it's actually a little bit more orange to match like these. Like, they would be awesome together. Just trying to get it good. Okay, let's move on. Under the Ground. That is definitely... Ooh, that is bright. Wow. Wow. Look at that pop. Ooh. Here is Bubble Bubble. Want to know who names these? Great job at Colourpop to have. That one doesn't feel as nice. It's creamy. Then the next one is Twist the Bones. That's a nice purple. You don't see purple shimmers. We'll make that the last one here. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. A little bit of a brown base, but nice. I have one more finger, so I have to do the green, right? And this is Circle of Salt. Oh, that's pretty too. We'll come here. Wow, that is dark. That's definitely teal. Ooh, that is pretty. Stunning palette. Wow, I'm impressed. I shouldn't be because Colourpop has beautiful stuff, but I'm still impressed. Let's see. Just try to dry my hand off so we can get this last row. I have to see the best way to do this. So this is just a brown. So then this is Green Newt. Let's see, Green Newt, but that's a brown. We'll come here. Nice, and it blends nicely. Nice brown. Life Potion. It's more like a burnt orangey red. We'll come here. Oh, that's pretty too, if you like that look. Here's the other purple. And this is Hello Billy. That's pretty. Wow. Let's try to get that near the other purple. See, now that one's a little patchy for me. It could be just the way I hit my arm with it. That's more like a grape purple. And then this is a pretty green. Oh, you see that? I hate when that happens. Fur black and black. Fur black is black. I don't know why they're naming these. Some of these are weird. Oh, whoa. That is bright. Wow. Those really surprised me as being very pigmented, very bright. I'm like trying to get these off my hand. Wow. They won't even come off. They're like sticking to my finger. I have to wash it with soap. I did get a little bit of fallout on my table, but that's okay. I mean, mixing these together on my arm with the wipe is funny. Let's turn you inside out. I'm like getting a whole different color hue. I mean, everything comes right off. Nothing is staining my arm, which is good. But I mean, I suggest you put a base on your lids anyway, because some of these colors could stain. You know, some of the pigments, like in some of these like red tones and stuff like that, can really stain your eye. But a great palette, needless to say. Let me show you so you can see that. That is beautiful. Love it. So this one was just a little Colourpop palette. Let me open this. This would be a great travel palette. And let's swatch it and see. I am curious. Colourpop usually has some pretty nice stuff. So that's there. Very pretty. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Nice. And a nice shimmery shade here. Wow. Colourpop has wonderful shadows. These would be perfect eye look. Ooh, that looks a little chalky. No, it's not. That's pretty. Like a little bit of an orangey base. Peach. Maybe more of a peach base. And a nice brown. Oh, I just went heavy there. But let's see if we can blend it out. Let's just see if they'll all... I'm just moving them around to see if they'll blend with my finger, which looks like they are. Like I'm actually spreading that all over the place. Nice. Cute little 4-pan. I'm never disappointed in Colourpop's palettes, though. But a great one if you were going away and just, you know, we're going to do it like a neutral eye, you know, the whole time. Definitely think that's a nice palette. There is a little bit of powder in there. You can see that. But that's okay. Just blow it away. But that is the cute little Colourpop palette.